When Governor Wike was talking today, I wasn't there, I was sleeping. But I saw the snippets all over the social media. But I want to carefully warn. You see, this Wike, it's like a bulldozer that you must manage or find a way to avoid. When somebody says, I will come to your house at a particular time, and he arrives there at a particular time, you must know that there's a problem. When Shango says, I will visit your house and I will remove your roof. When he was talking, the snappers I saw shows that he says, I'm warning now. I'm saying my own now before trouble will start. Can we find common grounds to resolve this matter? Because you cannot build something on nothing. You can't build something on nothing. If it's Wike says Ayamu is the national secretary, okay, every other pronouncement is a nullity ab initio. Where will it end? It will end up in the fact that okay, if you want to send a nomination to INEC, who will send it? By the Supreme Court judgment. Who will send it? Is this Ayamu and the national chairman? National chairman cannot act in isolation. Ayamu cannot act in isolation. We must tread carefully. Honestly, I am saying it again. I have not seen Wike in a while, but we must tread cautiously. You see, when I say things, you don't have to believe today. You don't have to believe. But when it catches up with you, you will realize that this is what I told you. This was how I told Nigerians, with all due respect to President Buhari, that he will mess up this country. Everybody was shouting me down, too quiet, let him do his government. He has done his government, so he has left you wounded. So what are you saying? A Wike is telling us that if you go ahead to ignore the Supreme Court judgment, whatever happens, take it all. Me, I don't want us to do it like that. I want the governors to find ways and means to sit with this guy. Find ways and means to move this party forward. If not, I want to believe that there will be no candidate for PDP. These things that we play with, we build it and play into his hands. When you play into Wike's hand, it becomes a problem.
There are those who will say, look, yes, you are one of those who is causing problem or who caused the problem of the PDP. Some of your actions, the implosion of the PDP, and now the party is so damaged and the party is seeking some kind of remediation. But where does the party go from here?
Well, Shehu, I want to correct that, but I take responsibility for all my actions. Why is that after 8 years of a northerner, it is the turn of a southerner, which could involve somebody from the east, south, and southwest. Showing those who zoned or gave power back to the north caused all these problems. You don't have to like a Wike. You don't have to like an Obi. But there should be unwritten, respected, gentleman's understanding of power.
But Governor Fauci, there are those who will also disagree with your position. Who will say, where lies the supremacy of the party? The party, and the Supreme Court has also said that the people, politicians must learn how to understand that the party is supreme in its decision. The party says they were going to give a ticket to Atiku, but some of you work against Atiku as a candidate of the party.
Yes, I said it publicly that I worked against Atiku, and I am telling you again, in the second time coming, if Atiku comes again, I will work against him.
Why?
It is time to learn our lesson.
Is that fair? Even if it's a candidate of your party, is that not anti-party? You're a leader of the party. Is that a good example?
Nigerians want to hear and make a decision and have an understanding. The power of a chief executive or a leader continues to hold and have life and strength when he does not abuse the commands of such powers. If an Asiwaju says, because I'm the commander-in-chief, Mr. Soldier, my ADC, shoot that man. So should the ADC shoot the man? No. No. The reality is that is a party supremacy. The party too must be equitable. The party must be responsible. A party or a father or parents that are irresponsible will produce irresponsible children. They will produce irresponsible situations. They will produce rebellion. They will produce anger. Where am I going to show? Some people can say whatever they like. I am not going to come to the television and be telling lies to people. After Asiwaju's tenure, if and when God gives him his second chance of a second tenure, let a Southerner come out. We as leaders at that time, I will be over 70 or about 70 years. I will come out straight that a Southerner cannot be president of Nigeria. She will don't let us. We are young. We are semi-young people. We must not come here and lead lies and stand with lies.
So this is where politics. So Governor Fauci, this is where politics and democracy seem to be very intricate, right? So a few people might have their voices and their say, but they say that the majority will have their way. But if you say you belong to a political party, but if you're working against the party that you say you belong to, is that a good example? Are you a good party man? And some of you have wounded the PDP now, and the PDP is not able to breathe properly.
The governor of Akwa Ibom, the governor of Delta, they said between party lines, beyond party lines, for the benefit of Nigerians and Nigeria, we will support Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu because he's making progress. The governors are supposed to be our leaders. Do we condemn them for that singular action? Majority of the Republicans who are senior citizens in America, who are past presidents, are not supporting President Trump's policies today because of the interest of America, which is more supreme than their personal interests. Listen, Nigeria is bigger than the president of Nigeria. Not to talk of APC, PDP. It is easy to cross from one political party to the other. Are you going to cross from another Nigeria to another Nigeria to another Nigeria? It takes very honest people to be on the side of the truth against their families and brothers.
So you are saying that
very honest Nigerians and courageous people.
So I'm hoping that this is not about Atiku Abubakar. But you are saying this because Atiku Abubakar is from northern Nigeria. So you're saying that for the PDP, if anyone emerges from northern Nigeria as a candidate of the PDP, you will not work with them.
I will not support the person.
But in this case now,
clearly, I am not a desperate party man. No. When I was supposed to contest election as governor of Ekiti State, the former president Olusegun Obasanjo wanted his friend. The people wanted me. And the people gave me the support to his face in Ado Ekiti. When I was coming the second time, the president was nominated by the fact that Fayose should not come. He was impeached. The president came to Ado Ekiti, saw what is on the ground. He couldn't say a word. Power belongs to the people, not to the political class.
So, in that instance, Governor Fauci, if Peter Obi, and I'm imagining that he wants to, run again in 2027. You are supporting President Tinubu for a second term, if possible, just because he's a southerner. But what about a Peter Obi or any other person that comes from the
Can I ask you one question, Shehu? Have I even announced who I will be supporting in 2027?
Although you said you supported Bola Tinubu in 2023, so I assume that you still have your backing for Bola Tinubu of the APC, although you're a PDP man.
You see, for me, if you compare today and the past, you will still give it to an Asiwaju. Nobody is perfect. The system is rotten. The situation is not easy to manage. But when you compare the inflation, the challenges, you will realize that it's a far cry from the past. That is the reality.
So, but are you able to consider?
I beg of you. Okay. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Just 1 second. In the current situation, with the current situation of the PDP, let us assume, without saying Asiwaju is doing good or not doing good, where is the party that is confronting him? Where is the organized party that is confronting him? Majority of our governors are actually fighting for their own survival. They're fighting for their own survival, which is normal. The ones that are bold enough to come out that I am supporting Asiwaju, they came out and say it. Everybody is fighting for their own survival. That is the truth.
So let me give a scenario.
Federal elections.
Governor Fauci, let me give a scenario. There are those who are tipping in your party. They are saying Sheyi Makinde will be a good presidential candidate. If you have a Sheyi Makinde, a Peter Obi, and Bola Tinubu on the ballot in 2027, where will you cast your ballot?
Let me say to you, I have, when I saw an advert running on the social media, with all due respect to Governor Makinde, I forwarded it to him. And he called me. And he said he's not running. And he said he doesn't know anything about those flyers. And there were some guys, some boys flying it. He has not told me otherwise. And let me say to you, I will not put words in his mouth. I would rather believe whatever he tells me as a brother. And he told me that he's not going to be the person that will be used against the Yoruba man as president. I stand to be corrected. And I stand there to say that Governor Makinde, by what he has told me, will accept anything changes.
What about
My name is Ayo.
Considering what is happening in the country today, the groaning of a lot of Nigerians about the situation in the country, the economic situation in the country, there are those who say that they're faced with a lot of challenges, and perhaps under the Bola Tinubu's leadership, that Nigerians are seeing a range of policy shift, which immediately is impacting negatively on their pocket, and that perhaps people will be thinking of an alternative. In your mind, with what we have on the ground, is Peter Obi looking like an alternative, an option for you?
Let me take you back to the days of Obasanjo and Olufalaye. People said Olufalaye will have done better. Obasanjo spent 8 years. Yeah, came, they said he was an angel. He passed. We had the Jonathan. Everybody came, well, Jonathan must go, we will not agree. An angel is coming. That angel was Buhari. Did Buhari do well? I'm not going to answer yes or no. But the question I want to tell you that there's no day you will satisfy people of this country or any country at all. That is life. You own nothing, your wife is not your own, it's your wife until you pass. Your house is your own until you pass. It belongs to somebody else. Today, you are not honorable until you leave. People are now saying, Jonathan, come back. The same Jonathan they drove many years past. It is best to allow an Asiwaju to conclude his tenure, complete his tenure, because this is a southern slot, and let him fix the country, go as far as he can go. We go back to the north. The problem that did not start today cannot end today. Everybody just try to make it better.
Ayo Fayose the seer. This man is a prophet without a church. He is a seer, a prophet without a seer. But others who have churches, they do not, some of them do not see the way this man prophesies and he comes to pass. Ayo Fayose 2 times now that are saying like what he said. In politics, not the pull mark for other things. Because in politics, that's why I say the trend, politicians, that they observe, they want to. Anyways, Wike is somebody that a lot of people are scared of. A lot of politicians in that PDP, they are scared of Wike. Now everybody could see now that what Wike is doing, people are scared of him. That's the reason why until today, PDP has not able to sanction Wike, has not able to discipline Wike in that party, has not able to remove Wike in PDP. He is PDP member, a very strong member of that party for that matter, a strong stakeholders in that party. He left the party, no, not leave the party, he's in the party working with APC, destroying PDP to make sure he secured second term. Tinubu comes back so that he completes 8 years. I know I said it before. Wike knows that he does not have any slot. He does not have space in APC. After 8 years of Tinubu, sorry, God forbid, Tinubu 8 years. After 4 years of Tinubu, anyhow, Wike will go back to PDP again. He will still fight all of them. He will still come back because Wike has invested heavily in that party. That's why they are not able to do him anything. Wike that have even threatened governors during last year now when they were doing that, they are meeting, blah, blah, blah. Wike come on national open television. He threatened the full state. He was not threatening the governor who said something wrong or who did something wrong, said something bad about him. He was not. He was threatening the state of that governor, that if you mess up, I will come to your state and bomb it and put fire in your state. Threat of life, inciting violence on national TV. The president he's working for obviously can't do him anything. President is happy that he's destroying PDP for his chances in 2027, isn't it? The governors, PDP, Atiku could not do nothing. Nobody were able to do Wike anything for threatening full state. Nothing. He get away with it. Now, see what he's playing in Rivers State. Wike come openly now. He said it. He said his mind, his plan was to remove Sin Fumbara outright removal of Sin Fumbara, not to that Tinubu saved him, that they should be worshipping Tinubu for saving him by suspending him for only 6 months. Wike wanted to remove him. He said it. Wike will do it. If Tinubu has made that pronouncement for 2 years, Sin Fumbara has been suspended for 2 years. If he had made that pronouncement, what you are seeing now is what you will still see. Nothing will happen. No, something will happen. Yes, but I believe something will still happen if care is not taken. You can't, when somebody is stubborn, right? When somebody is stubborn, you try to observe. You try to use every means to reach an agreement to make peace and make sure there is orderly, make peace with the person. Do you understand? So when you see that the person you are trying to make peace with is not listening to you, then you can say, okay, since this is what you want, let's do it man to man. Do you understand? Because it's I'm aware, okay, because you cannot, if you go into an agreement or any fight with somebody with annoyance, like fight, today I'll pull down the roof, I'll do this, I'll do that. At the end of the day, then you started making peace. After all the threats and everything, you realize that you do not have the capacity, the power to do anything, all those things you have been bragging about. Do you understand? Then it becomes a problem. See, you finish, isn't it? But when you go into dialogue in peace, like, okay, let's do this, let's find a background to settle this, right? But if the person refuses and he say no, he wants violent, all he wanted was violent by force, then you can decide to give it to him. Let's do it man to man. Anybody who wins becomes a winner, isn't it? That's where the problem Rivers State is going. If they wait for a period of time that they are not wicked, Tinubu has not called the sole administrator to hand over power back to Sin Fumbara. If the Rivers State cannot wait for 6 months, then the problem will start. Those people will strike. Then the problem will start. At that time, we now see who is going to be the winner. Do you understand? So that is it. Wike, no. He says he's a bulldozer. That all the party, they should fear him. Now he's warning them again. Now that he's sounding like they are, he's warning, giving them time. All of them, not just one person. He's not talking of somebody. He's talking of the PDP members. That Wike is warning now. You guys should sit up. You guys should do what Wike asks you guys to do. You guys should do this. You guys should do that too. For one person, for one person. Oh boy, Wike. To be frank with you, honestly speaking here, we need somebody like Wike in this South. It's just that it's unfortunate that what is happening today is affecting us. Instead of using his power, his capacity to work for the betterment of his state, make peace and make things work for our region, right? And it's unfortunate that all we see is declaring state of emergency just to grab power, causing problem, violence where there is no problem. That's the only thing. Don't take it or leave it too. We need somebody like Wike from the South. When somebody that can come openly to say to hell with you, he's ready to stand and to fight for us, to defend what he believes. Do you understand? We need it to forget this election. That is political party for you. So we need somebody like Wike from South. If we have 10 of Wike like this, see all this governor of Enugu State, see all that one that is not saying anything, is not doing this, is not doing that. Just imagine say Enugu State now. Anyways, Wike, let me not talk more than this. Please share this video.